Plymouth, Indiana, a fairly small town where nothing bad happens. That was until September 20th, 2015, the day star athlete David Bacon took his own life. David, at the time, was a junior at Plymouth High School on the varsity football and baseball teams, and was a popular face in the community. Just under a year later, sophomore Rylan Clark went missing and was found in the woods September 16th, 2016, dead. His death was also determined to be suicide. Rylan was a proud member of the Plymouth High School choir and cross-country team, as well as a Boy Scout. The school had never faced anything like this before.
How would people describe David Bacon?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He was an excellent student, an excellent student athlete. He was well respected, well liked. We certainly enjoyed having him in our school.
Really just someone that everyone looked up to, everyone wanted to be him, it seemed like, because, you know, he was so nice, so genuine, just wanted to be there for people.
I remember clearly getting the phone call from our football coach, Mr. Barron, telling me what had occurred. He phoned me from just outside the emergency room in the South Bend Hospital. He continued to give me updates. I remember Mr. Barron pulling me aside and giving me the final news on David's passing. And I'll never forget that conversation.
Probably one of the worst weeks of my life. It's the first time I had ever been a counselor in a situation like that. And what I would say my initial memory is how quiet the hallways were the next day. It was just the normal high school chatter and teenagers being teenagers. It was silent. Everybody was just kind of wandering around, not knowing what to do next.
I felt like I couldn't do anything because it's something that just one person couldn't fix, and I just felt like I needed to.
Rylan had a phenomenal sense of humor.
Definitely knew the words to say, jokes on and off, made sure that you were smiling. It seemed like he wouldn't walk away. This day is like fresh in my mind and always will be. It was, if I want to be specific here, it was around 7:30. I'm getting a call from one of my friends. Like, I was confused. I didn't know what was going on. And they said they found Rylan. And I was happy because I was like, great, they found Rylan. But it was the opposite. And I said, alive. And she shook her head no. And that's when everything just came crashing down. Yeah, it was hard.
I don't think you ever fully heal from a tragedy. And then to have two within a 2-year period was certainly daunting. It was the feeling that I should have done more.
You lose two amazing people in less than a year span. You're going to worry, you're going to struggle, and you're going to ask, is someone going to be next?
You know, I think we went through a period of self-reflection of why is this happening at Plymouth High School? Only to find out that it was happening all over. We just, unfortunately, had two situations really close together.
We treated David's death like a one-time incident, right? And then when Rylan made the similar choice, we had to dig a little deeper and see what was going on. I think people who live here and grew up here assumed that we were a good community and things like that wouldn't happen here. And so it was a shock to everybody's system, and so nobody kind of knew, what do we do next? How do we handle this? It was good that we were shocked. We needed to be shocked, and we needed to be a little more real with each other.
Why? It's always the big question with anyone is why? Why would someone gravitate towards something so permanent? And it's never going to be answered because the only person that'd be able to probably answer that is the person that did it.
I spent the first couple, maybe months after David's death, saying a phrase of suicide's not an option. At one point, a very wise teenager said, clearly it is.
You can't place simple value on human life. It can end quickly. And that as teachers, even though we are problem solvers, there are some things we can't solve by ourselves.
I just have come to realize how important it is that we realize that this isn't it. This isn't all we have.
They were children who, for whatever reason, fell into a dark place, and their lives ended prematurely. And that is so unfortunate. Yet, I will always remember them for their good traits of how great they were.
Since then, the school has grown its connections to mental health professionals and have created many suicide awareness organizations. The administration believes the work will never be done. There are always lives to save.